Welcome back. What is in your fridge? We're mixing it up a little bit this week, making a pork recipe. Chef Mark Schneider with the TSTC Culinary Arts Department. This is kind of a Creole pork chop recipe.
Yeah, a lot of flavor, but minimal ingredients and easy to do.
I'm gonna jump on in, start getting it together.
You're becoming a pro.
Oh man, I don't think so. I don't think so, not yet. Okay, so first we're gonna kind of shake the pork chops in this bag with.
That's right. It's a really fun way to do it with the kids, but it's easy to do for everybody.
Yeah.
So a real simple breading. We're just gonna use flour.
Okay.
And pepper and salt.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, if you want to add in a little more Creole spice or your favorite Creole seasoning, you definitely can do that.
Okay.
And then I've got the tongs, so we're just going to do one at a time because we want to make sure everything's nice and even cooked. We'll put that in.
Now
you shake it around, I'll get my pan ready.
Why are we doing it in the bag like this instead of like putting the flour on a plate and dredging the pork chop in it?
It's incredibly clean.
Oh,
I mean, it's just a clean way to do it. I mean, you don't get flour anywhere.
Gets less dishes dirty.
But also, you know, my kids will come in and they like to.
Oops, I'm dropping it.
And if you drop it, it's still in the bag. So
there you go.
It works out. But my kids like to do that kind of work, and we get a nice clean kitchen, and it means we get faster to homework and TV time and game time and bedtime. So we're just going to put it in a pan.
That one started over there.
And we're just going to brown it. Okay. We're not trying to cook it all the way through. We're just trying to brown it on both sides to get a nice color.
Okay.
Okay.
And then later we'll do what?
We're gonna start our sauce.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna add it back into the sauce, and we're gonna simmer it, and that'll really tenderize the pork.
And
so you get a
that's
nice
when it cooks all the way through.
tender pork chop.
So this mostly just for color.
Sure. And if you want to do a bone-in pork chop, you can. We just have kind of like a boneless one here. So we're just gonna brown it up. We'll put that aside.
Why did you choose pork to do with this recipe?
I like pork.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like pork too.
There
you go.
You could do a fish, a hearty fish, but I like pork today.
Yeah, I do too. Okay.
Now all we're going to do is we're going to add a little more oil to the pan, just a tad. If you want to lessen this up with the cooking spray, you sure can. And we're going to add in our onions. We're going to add in some celery.
You have a name for this, don't you, when we're cooking kind of Cajun Creole food?
This is called the Holy Trinity.
Oh, okay. I remember
the Holy
you told
Trinity.
us that
See,
before.
you are becoming a pro. Look at you. So we got bell pepper, celery, and onion. It's the Holy Trinity. We add a little bit of garlic. We don't talk about it. That's still part of the Trinity.
Oh, okay.
Even though it's four, we're still going to call it Trinity. And that's going to give you a really powerful punch in the Cajun department. We are going to add a little bit of seasoning. We're going to add some black pepper.
Okay.
A little bit of salt. And the thing I like about salt, not only does it give you that balance of flavor in here, but it also keeps your vegetables nice and green. Oh. Just a reaction that happens with the green vegetables. And then we're going to add sugar.
This is an unusual one.
This is a balancing flavor for the salt, but also the heat.
Huh.
So it'll balance all those flavors together and give you a nice color.
Okay.
We got some Louisiana hot sauce. Use your favorite brand. And we've got a little bit of thyme. And we've got some just some diced tomatoes undrained.
Okay, and you do want the liquid in there because we are making a sauce at this point in time.
Actually, what we're performing technically is called a braise.
Oh.
And that's where you're using a saute or a browning method and a liquid method.
Okay.
And that's why we want the liquid. So once this gets stirred around, we're going to add our pork chops back in. We're going to cover them with the sauce, and this will just simmer, covered, for just about probably 10 to 20 minutes to finish off the pork chop.
And I imagine at that point in time, you don't even have to call your family to dinner. It's going to smell so good.
No, the whole house is going to smell.
Yeah.
This can also be placed in a casserole dish and baked as well. So if you want to leave the stove, you don't want to be on the stove, I would just put a 350-degree oven in a casserole dish covered for 20 minutes. And this is what you're going to get.
And then here's the finished product. I think that sauce ends up looking so beautiful. So tell me again, this is the official name of this recipe?
It's just a Creole pork chop.
Creole pork chop. The recipe for the Creole pork chop is online at momseveryday.com.